Give you. All right, guys. Welcome back. We are doing a thirst quencher of sorts, where we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff that we started watching, including two of the hottest shows. Okay, over what 9 million? Their first, both equally. Their
really?
first viewing. Yeah,
nice.
First episodes.
Yeah, this is going to be a show jam packed with comic book iterations.
Absolutely.
Yes, a little bit of Marvel, but a lot of DC heavy.
Yeah,
like DC.
The scales are once again uneven.
Specifically, Batman.
Well,
this
always.
is DC's like forte, though.
DC is Batman.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
he is the detective of the comics.
You have to turn that D like that. It's just a mirrored image.
It's just very deceptive.
And then when you do it slowly and go. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't had like a transition. Like they'll see DC Comics, and then he looks over, and it's just Batman, like in his cowl, like he just looked like a big D.
Oh, he's coming.
Yeah, he's like,
It's coming.
It's me.
When they do the Justice League pan, it's just Batman on top.
Yeah.
They're just under his cowl, under his cape.
It just pans to different angles of Batman.
Right,
Like all the comic flips are just Batman.
I know. They're just all the comics anyone read. Yep, just Batman.
So we are gonna start with Agatha.
Harkness.
Agatha all along.
Agatha all along.
That was that the show.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
what
the show
it's called.
title. Okay,
It had so many names over the years.
I stopped paying attention after the second one. All right, the Agatha show.
Yeah, the Agatha show.
Yeah, cool.
Please walk us through.
So you guys haven't seen it,
No.
right?
I have not seen Magic Witch Lady. No.
I'm glad that Disney's doing the slow releases now, not just putting everything all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Gives people time to kind of catch up. So, at the filming of this episode, I think only 3 or 4 episodes are
Probably
out?
4
Yeah.
by now. Yeah, by the time this one's out.
I've only seen like 2 or 3,
Okay.
and I'm enjoying it so far.
I've seen 3. I am also enjoying it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The switcheroo of the first one, which they kind of like showed in the trailers of, like the CSI type thing, was fantastic. I enjoyed myself through the first episode so much.
Absolutely.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, first episode was pretty great.
Are these hour-long episodes or just like...
Nah, they're like 40, 48 minutes.
Hour long.
Oh, okay.
It's not quite.
No, because they don't. I don't think any of them break 50. And
Yeah.
the longest one, I believe, is the first episode at like 47 minutes. Everything after that is like 37.
I round up. I'm American.
I don't...
That's an hour.
We think in whole numbers here.
So,
Yeah.
so you're stupid?
You're stupid.
Okay.
Shut up.
That.
Yes, we are.
Also, so like, is it true? Is it woke?
Oh, it's
Is it woke garbage?
Absolutely.
Big woke.
It's
Big
Disney.
woke.
Big woke. All right?
That's the only thing I've heard. Like I've seen my
What's
Twitter
the matter
thread.
with being woke? You don't like lesbians?
Like all I've seen are these like random ass fucking like 4 picture collages of people like, look what Disney's doing. Do you see a pattern here of what's wrong with the new Marvel movies? Woman,
Nothing but women.
and brown people. Ugh.
I'm not gonna say it because I'm not allowed to say it.
But I'm just putting it out there. You decide. I don't want to put these 4 choices up here. You decide.
Yeah,
why
I
it's
am
bad.
I'm a Aubrey Plaza fan, and I usually watch whatever the fuck she's in.
You keep saying that. You're a big fan.
I didn't know she was in it until I watched the show. First episode, pretty good. Didn't quite catch me with the song, but everyone else seems to love it.
Oh, so like
a song?
Yeah.
there's a musical number?
There's a song in it. There's a song in it. There's a woke song in it.
How many people saying more than 2?
More than 2.
Thank
God damn it.
I know, right?
We got another fucking
Was
musical
there
on our
dancing?
hands. I mean, not really. But,
Not really. Okay.
But
Are you talking about
pretty
the
close.
spell song?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was catchy. I was in that bitch.
Dang, shucking and jiving.
I got up to get my tea, and I was like, ooh.
Maybe that's what I was missing. I was missing tea.
Yeah.
Missing.
You need some kind of brew, some hot
Something to brew.
Some
Yeah,
witches,
yeah.
witches
Some to spin
brew.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some to spin.
Getting right to it, for a first episode of anything, it was pretty great. I was surprised that, it's tried and true with them that when it's a subject matter that they don't have to it's not really extensive as far as, in media. They can kind of kick back and sort of do
Like,
their
relax.
own thing.
Yeah,
let an
yeah.
idea fully form itself, and they're kind of doing that here.
Okay.
So there's a lot in it to chew on. I did more than I thought.
It feels like it has its
Watching
own
the show.
creative freedom, and they're just kind of
Yeah, they're
having
like,
fun.
Yeah, like whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Good.
Do whatever you want.
And it's cool because it doesn't have any like important prerequisites. Like I don't know shit about Agatha Harkness. You can tell me that.
Shit about shit.
Yeah, you can tell
Nobody
me
does.
whatever the fuck you want, and I'm gonna eat it.
How many
right
years
off.
have you reading these books? Where was Agatha in any of the books we were reading?
Good point.
I think I've seen her once in the past like 20 years before she like.
Right. And once in a Spider-Man cartoon, and
Yeah,
that Ultimate X-Men, she was in there. She
Yeah.
taught
There you
Wanda
go.
how to control her powers.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Yeah. Some shit like that.
But this is fresh.
Fresh. Fresh as hell.
Fresh out the bake.
Yeah.
Do you think Marvel does better when it has like characters that a lot of people don't know about, like that are like lower tier characters?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
at
look
what
how
they-
Guardians turned out.
I was gonna say like
No.
I've been seeing that pattern like when it's being like, oh, everyone knows this. Not only is that the expectation is super high, but they also have all this lore that they could and could not use
Yeah.
and stuff, and people are always like they're like,
I think it's like an appreciation thing.
Yeah.
You're doing it wrong when it's someone's popular, but then when it's like someone not popular, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
this is
like
a
it.
wonderful.
You guys see,
surprise.
we could be cool too. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
throwing boomerangs and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. As far as like the casting is amazing.
Yeah.
Kitty from the '70s show plays the same character everywhere, and I'm delighted.
Oh my
every
god, I
time
love
see
her. Yeah.
Yeah, they gave her some money, some spare money at the Marvel drawer. But here you go. Don't be
for
delightful.
her to come in and do the same character she's been doing for 30 years.
30
Hey,
plus years.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Like she walked right
bro.
out of the Foreman house and
Yep.
kept playing this character.
To be fair, the 70s show did come back for like a second.
Oh, did it?
It did,
Yeah,
like
that's
a year or two
They
ago.
had the '90s show.
The 90s show.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that got canceled.
I mean,
Did
yeah,
it?
but
Yeah.
I mean, they all
it-
did, but
Good riddance.
yeah.
but it did come back, and they had like the kids of everybody
Yeah.
in their house, and Red was there, and Kitty
Oh,
was there.
brother.
Yeah. Oh, bro.
Can you imagine being a retired old hard ass and all, now your grandchild's bringing all her fucking friends?
Yeah.
No,
You never stop
Yeah.
watching.
The fuck?
You would be old and bitter, but at the same time, you would miss it because you miss the noise.
Aw.
Centering
Get
back
the
to the
fucking
show.
kids.
Right, fuck the kids. 100%. And the public thought so as well. That's why it's not still going.
It's true.
Yeah, it's dope. It's a dope
Worth a watch.
You know, yeah, worth a watch. I mean, they've clearly got an idea in mind. I think they said it's like what eight
Yeah,
episodes.
something like that.
I don't know how they're gonna pull out 8 whole episodes. I mean, I'm starting to feel like 4 or 5.
Could have been.
Been real tight.
Yeah,
good-
like
that's
I mean,
fair.
it's cool.
That's fair.
You know, you don't have to expand as much, but hey, I'm here for the ride. They
Yeah,
can
we'll
take
see
their
what
time.
they do. Disney is flexing its properties all over the ending credits. So like anything you can think that was pop culture and had a witch in it is sprinkled through the end credits.
Oh shit.
100%.
Okay.
Everything.
So
Like,
not
there's shit
only-
that I was like, I didn't even know they owned that.
So not only is this like a little, Marvel show, it's a celebration of all the witch stuff that Disney
Oh,
owns.
Disney was just out there like just throwing.
This is a great opportunity.
hey.
Put it all in there.
Like, wouldn't that be
all in
cool
there.
to like some filler? Like, we got a lot of witch shit. Just,
Were the Wizards of Waverly Place in there?
I mean, the
were
dude,
there?
the
Hocus
kid from
Pocus?
there. The kid, is
The Craft?
pretty
The
Waverly
craft.
Place.
They had the craft.
oh, they did. Oh shit. Okay.
But it was like it's like the ending credits are like little like collage like splatters of
Okay.
pop culture witch shit.
That's still
which is like which is cool because like it's even more of a flex. They're like we can just
Yeah,
this
we
shit
can
is
do that.
throwaways. Just like
Yeah, we can do
you
that.
know how much you would have to pay.
We had this shit lying around.
Right. I wonder where they're going. They're on a road of sorts, and
I hope
guess,
this just goes full on fucking Wizard of Oz.
right. Like, give us a fucking road. Give us a yellow brick road of some
Yeah.
kind. You know,
Anything.
Agatha's gonna turn green.
Yeah,
Or
fuck
Michael
it.
Jackson in the back spinning as a scarecrow.
Right. Dude. Which, by the way, every trailer I see, I'm like, you're not getting me, and now I'm like, I'm gonna see it. That Wicked movie looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would recommend it.
Yeah, huge recommend.
Okay.
Yeah, huge. On the flip side, DC also had a show, which I have a little bit more to say about.
Yes.
Penguin on Max, or HBO. Wow, what a show!
Right? Like right off the bat, I'm like, I wasn't too interested. Like I liked his character in the movie, but I'm like a show.
I'm like, what?
Like,
Yeah,
okay.
I was in the same boat. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah.
That I'm gonna care about watching an entire season of Oswald Cobblepot running around the sewers,
Waddling around.
Whoa, Oswald Cobb. Okay,
I know, right? No one said the whole thing yet.
right, because that's not grounded in reality.
Cobblepot.
Mr. Cobb, and not Cobblepot, because I know them. Shut up.
Mr. Cobb.
as in his Cobblepot to the day he dies.
Exactly.
And the answer to your question, they're gonna make The Sopranos.
this,
Yeah, this is just comic book Sopranos.
exactly. And I'm all here for it. Like it's great. Like I like how the whole. I'm happy because we got a hint of his in the movie. Like he's in his beginnings too. So like, and this is just how he somehow weasels his way to the top that we get to see like later on in the comics or whatever point in this universe is going towards. So I like that. I like an underdog story.
I mean, the last time DC got a HBO show budget, we got The Watchmen. So
yeah, true.
I honestly think this might be better than The Watchmen when it's all said and done. It's
40 minutes?
it's
No, it was an
Bro, that
hour.
shit
It
was
was an
hot.
hour and 15. At least that first episode.
Now, I'm not quite as sold as that because Watchmen was
Watchmen's great.
transformative. Okay, all right. This is taking the easy way out. All right, in trancing his just pretty much throwing his history away for Tony Soprano's angle on a criminal. If you took, I guess I'm kind of getting into it now. The thing is, if you took Batman properties, which isn't hard to do at this point, out of this show, this is any like New York, like white, like mobster starting to come into his own. And I'm not saying it's 100% bad for that. I mean, he is a criminal and it's modern day, and I guess I don't expect him to have minions and a fucking umbrella. But
I do. He better get that.
I do hope
But
that he
episode 3?
does.
I want it to be like the last episode where wherever he has a shootout at, he has the umbrella. You came unarmed. I came unarmed, motherfucker.
I just don't see them like veering into that lane. Matt Reeves has a vision for Batman and what that world's supposed to look like, and this show is like an extension of that. So
I have to say, I don't know if you guys would agree and everything, but I mean, I'm not sure what James Gunn is going to do with Batman and everything. But
make it suck, right?
Right? Yeah,
yeah, totally ruin it, right?
He's going to gun it down.
He's just gonna give us comic accurate costumes.
Maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, I have to say, I'm a little bit like over the years we've gotten so much like realistic Batman, and it's fine, but I'm kind of like I'm tired of it a little bit. Like this, I'm not saying that this show isn't good, but it's just like how much can you strip away before?
That's where I'm
like.
at.
Where's the spirit of it? Yeah,
because it's like we keep stripping and stripping and stripping away
how
the
about none of
fantastical
it?
parts of it.
Yeah, which
it's
is like that's the
whole
whole fucking point.
Like if this show is making bank, like there is like an argument online that one's better than the other. You know how they do that. Agatha
versus Penguin, yeah.
And I'm like, I would give the point to Agatha because they're stooped in their source material. Whereas Penguin, on the other hand, runs away from it with a good alternative. But it's like it's not really like where's the Penguin-ish. That's what the show's called. Like that's what I want to see.
Didn't see his feet?
Oh,
the big old foot.
You want the tuxedo, huh?
that foot was crazy.
Here's my pushback to that. I agree. Yeah, we've seen realistic Batman, quite a few iterations. The problem is that we've never seen it actually fulfill itself as realistic Batman. It always starts veering into the fantastical, but the fantastical. They go so overboard and so fuckery with it that it never actually pays off. So every time we see this realistic iteration of Batman, it always turns into this Party City fucking just ridiculousness of a mummer show. Like this has the potential to keep it grounded and actually still be enjoyable, unlike Gotham that immediately fucking after season 2 became just a farce of what it was supposed to be.
I'm accommodate y'all so high for keeping up with Gotham.
Oh no! From afar.
Once
I'm out here in the fucking
once
Oh, in the bush.
Yeah, I'm like Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker on the side of the in like Rush Hour 2 when they're looking at the roof.
Slow down, baby.
It was one of those things like I loved Goth only because of how ridiculous it is. Because I remember talking to Jamal about it every so often. He was like, "What the fuck? What did they do?" Like the season finale when Barbara turns crazy and she starts killing people, and then she's like in the fucking. Like,
I'm gonna tell you right now. I've said it once.
yeah.
Maybe off air, but I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
Gotham's downfall was killing Fish Mooning, killing off Jada Pinkett's character.
She came back.
Did she really?
She eventually comes back.
I mean, like the first fall off was pretty steep after that. Like
Yeah.
once we got rid of her the first time, the show started taking
her coming back is
diminished goods.
It's just like when somebody takes your food away and then just gives you back the scrap.
right. It's cold now. I don't even want that.
I'm good.
I moved on.
I said
to
no
a different
pickles.
meal.
Did you just take the pickles off? I can still taste the vinegar.
Right. Listen, the Penguin has a similar element. Like there are elements that are like that make me feel like Batman is like down the street, like he could be down the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's not a lot of them. Like the sister, the dude's sister,
Sophia.
Yeah, like that's a very that feels very like a. I mean, I don't even know if that's a real character, but it very much feels like a
Yeah.
Arkham is somewhere.
It's like down.
And that's why I think they might be able to pull this off because the fantastical is there lurking. Like it's just like
in the
Batman.
back.
Like,
Yeah.
You just hear about Batman, you don't see it. You hear about this Arkham place, and like you can see the psychoticness. She did a fantastic job playing that character.
Oh
Just
man,
the small little facial twitches, the little like
the change,
switch-offs.
yeah. And it's those fucking big ass eyes of hers, like the intense, like she's just staring. Like
I believe her.
Yeah,
Like, I believe her.
That's where I feel like this has a good launching pad to be able to mix that fantastical because the setting itself, yeah, it looks like New York or Chicago combined, but there's something about Matt Reeves' Gotham that feels
more Batman.
Batman and more Batman is than I would say even like the Nolan.
Oh
Gotham.
no, for sure.
He's
He's trying. At least his
Yeah.
look is inspired by something.
That-
Like, Nolan was like, "This is just
So
Chicago."
this is why I feel like
exactly.
like if they start introducing like Victor Zsasz or like start getting into like the serial killers and slowly start bringing in science and all that stuff, I think it's very possible for this Batman universe to become a nice mixture of both fantastical and grounded in
almost
reality.
status quo like thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to credit the music, like the stings and the music and everything, really good. Like it gave me like a lot of Batman feels, like especially with the violin strikes and stuff. Like, it gave me like kind of like Tim Burton vibes, but not like going completely like goofy.
Tim Burton.
with it. Like has some
Tim Burton.
Yeah, Soul Train.
We don't say that name right. We done with that. Ew.
Look, you gotta remember where you came from, okay?
Nah,
Okay.
This is Halloween, dog.
nah, we good on that. Good on that around here. You don't remember the Soul Train? We're good.
I'm not
Tim
thinking
Burton.
about the Soul Train.
I am. It's all I can think about. I can't sleep at night.
All you think is true.
Yeah. Oh God.
No,
I wake up in the morning to go take a piss. I'm sitting there shaking my hips and shit. It's haunting me.
Sucks. Hate that I even pay for that.
Right.
No, but yeah, the show. I mean, there's a lot in it to lead to your point that it shows that their attempt to strip it is like earnest. Like they're not trying to take out the heart of it. I mean, the fact that the city is submerged in water.
yes.
In a show about the Penguin. I mean, they're finding ways to go like, if we're not gonna go straight like on the nose with it, there's enough here to go like, okay, if you think about it, if you stand back and think about it, like the circumstances are a bit elevated to where you know you can see this like playing out in a way where they're not gonna like really like shit on it. Like we're not gonna see a costume hero. I'm not gonna lie. If we get a cameo at the end of
I hope. I mean, we got
Batman
to, right?
or somebody busting up his operation, you know, taking him to.
He's gonna be in the shadow, like, oh shit. He's like, all you see is this.
He's gonna walk out. You hear those boot steps. He's gonna walk out at the height of his shit and go like, "All right, you're going to Arkham."
And the only thing that could ruin it, and I think part of it is that the only thing that can ruin it is if at the end you get a cheap knockoff because they can't afford to bring in Batman,
Which would be
you
crazy.
Get like Huntress or anybody like that.
Yeah,
Or,
anybody else,
like a new,
anybody that we haven't seen
Yeah.
won't do.
Yeah.
Anybody we haven't seen won't do. At least in my mind.
Yeah.
But I will say the fact that we're dealing specifically with crime families, if we don't see the Bertinelli connection, I would like maybe that could work. I mean, it's not far away from Catwoman to where you could come up with a character. I wear leather and go beat up criminals. That's like season 2. You know what I mean? That would be like sure. You know, if it even gets that far. Mm-hmm. But if we can't get Robert Pattinson, I will settle for either Zoe showing up and busting up his operation, or either
any reason to give me more Zoe.
Or Gordon. You know, he does TV shows.
Yeah.
You know, come on now. Somebody who's up there.
Yeah.
You know?
Somebody that I'm like,
I'll take that.
I'm like, hey, I remember you.
That person's from the movie.
Yeah,
I'll take any of those people. But I do believe that trying to stray in the first season to another costume person might hurt more than but this is the programming, right? This is what I mean. Like, these people are supposed to be here. If my mind is already making excuses for it not to happen, I feel like how far away before we end up in where we were with Nolan to where anybody even slightly fantastical can't fit. You know, like
True.
I don't like trying to make excuses to not have
these characters that you like. Exactly.
Like that's the whole fucking point.
Like when I like, and it's sad enough that he sold me. Like in the first movie, like the Batman was great, and I'm like, I had all these like little ideas in my head, like who could show up and everything. And then when he starts talking about, like when they ask him in interviews, of course they ask him like, will we see Miss Freeze? Will we see Clayface or anybody, you know, anyone else and everything? He's like, no. Like it just, I'm not going fantastical with it, or I'm not taking any of those like that. Any of these characters that aren't just serial killers or mobsters, and I'm like, that's so boring.
Right, it's such a cop out.
It's so like sterile. But I get it.
It has to. This is where where the craft has to pay off.
Exactly.
This is where the cinematography, where he's got to get everything so good, where you just like, okay,
yeah,
yeah. Because
like,
Nolan fell off. He was like,
that's what I was gonna say. Like, I agree to your point, because like if let's say they push him so much, it's like, fine, here you go. You want this? Then we have another Bane on our hands. It's like, oh, he just don't look right. He just
nothing looks right. Nothing feels right.
Exactly.
But isn't this show like the first time we're getting a Gotham eye view through the underbelly?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah,
through the crime syndicate, because it's always been through Bruce's or Batman's perspective.
Yeah, the rich guy, the rich man of the block.
And the show, to the show's credit, it definitely feels like real people live here, like real aspirations. As far as the Penguin and his family and anybody adjacent to him so far in the show. But again, like those aspirations feel like if you take away these properties, they could be anywhere else in any of them.
Yeah, true.
And if I wanted to watch a show about crime
a guy,
drama, then I would do that.
There's plenty. There's plenty of them.
There's plenty of them. There's so many of them, and I do wonder. True. I mean, does this even have the Penguin? I don't know. We have Oswald Cobb, which. I mean, I can't believe we got this far into it without talking about that. He is incredible in this show.
Oh, no, he's
great. He completely disappears in this character. I mean, even more so than the movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The acting from top to bottom, every single person knocked it out of the park.
Great.
Every single person.
Wow, he's really good at it.
Joel from Miss Maisel plays Alphonse Falcone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he comes out. He's there for a little bit, but like he fucking knocks it out of the park.
He felt like a Falcone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Got holes in him like a Falcone.
Just like a Falcone.
Just like a Falcone. Just messing up my floor.
Yeah, messing up my floor.
Yeah, I guess I might be just a little bit more open to see what this iteration does, because like I said, I'm tired of being sold this realistic, gritty, and then it turns into Party City.
Right.
So
sure.
You know, if I wanted fantastic, or if I wanted Cobblepot, I just go. Nobody can top Danny DeVito's Cobblepot.
That's the crazy part, right? Nobody has
to this day.
You can't.
You really can't.
He had the body shape. He had
everything.
He ate the fish.
He ate the fish. He ate the fish, and he made it look good to the point where it's like, damn.
He came down on a fucking. Nobody questioned that he came down on an umbrella.
Right. But that was that movie's. I don't know if it was like the 90s, 80s vibe or whatever. That it felt like that didn't feel super fantastical, even though it was.
Yeah.
It still felt like it happened in a not grounded way, but it happened to where my eyes were not doubting the fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't take you out. Like, it was like, oh, this makes sense in this world.
Exactly. They set it up to where I'm believing what is taking place. Like nothing was. So it makes me wonder, like, by saying I'm not going to try, you know what I mean? Are we setting up to deal with another like Nolan-verse like After Effect where
Possibly.
nobody tries to be with color, nobody tries to have like these
scheme,
these overall grand designs that we know for these people.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get it. We read Batman begrudgingly, you know, some of us.
I drag you in there every once in a while.
time.
Hey, and listen, you don't even have to be in the room. I picked up that all in shit this week. Did this shit.
Like honestly, and then like researching Sophia's character, the Hangman and everything, that's a character, and I see what she looks like. So I do wonder by the time the season ends and everything, if we get that, we could that. I mean, her design, if you look it up, like it feels real. It can work.
It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's do it. Like, I mean, if we can, or at least something close and everything, because she's she's at least her person, like her character, she would go that route.
Yeah,
I feel
like this world is open to the fantastical. It's just gonna be a really grimy, gritty fantastical.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I can't believe
stuff,
Nolan
so.
said that his shit wasn't fantastical, but you got Batman in it. What's not fantastical about the character of Batman?
Well, if you showed the science behind how he made his costume and
He had undead ninjas in the first fucking movie. I wanna hear
That's
about it.
what I'm
Talk
saying,
about it.
man. What do you mean?
I want to hear it.
it's not fantastical, guys. Stop.
right,
There's
come on
no
now.
way-
Very
there's-
real. Very real. Could happen.
There's
What do you
no
mean?
reality where you get a fucking person like the Joker without
Without
fantastical drugs.
facts. I'll say the last thing on it. I mean, sure, definitely recommend this show. It's great.
yeah,
I just
please.
wonder, like, you know, are they going to toe this line? And by doing so, would that take away from what we could have as fans of this stuff? I mean,
Exactly.
I honestly don't think we're even going to get that far. I think we're going to get this season, and this season's going to lead into the second movie, and that's going to be it for the Penguin.
Yeah,
I
they
think
did say
it's
they're
gonna-
pretty much like James kind of want us to do his own thing. So
They can't keep paying.
doing it. I mean, it would be nice, but they're
I can't-
Isn't this DC's specialty? Every time we get a different, like getting these different renditions of these characters, we don't have a status quo for any DC character. Truth be told, we always get a different rendition, a different world. Even their comic books.
True. Comic books, though, have a little bit more of a cohesion as far as like theme. Like everybody's already in the fantastical stuff. I mean, we're tackling what right now? Elseworld versions, you know, of Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. Like we're nobody's breaking cohesion in the comic book universe. The movies have a little bit of a difficult time as far as like committing to the bit. And Marvel doesn't have an issue doing it. Like they're all in. If anything, they're too much in. Marvel's like an amorphous like blob that can fit itself into whatever they're trying to make a show of.
Yeah.
So the fantastical part of it is not really the issue. If anything, it's trying to have too much fun with it. If anything,
Yeah.
you're having too much fun over
you're
here.
having too much fun. Like, what the fuck's with all the jokes? Oh my god, why are people funny? No, but with DC, it's like
Why are people?
why are people funny? Why are you telling jokes?
I didn't come here for
oh my
funny.
God,
Women
just-
women can't laugh.
Women cannot
Women
laugh.
can't be funny.
Women can't do anything.
What do you mean you're a fan of the source material?
I don't know. I just wonder. Like, I do have more faith in this iteration.
Yeah.
They're doing some things to show me that they're on a path. I mean, we've seen costume heroes in the movie.
Yeah.
But I just wonder, can we toe this line long enough, or are we going to do this forever? Like when Superman gets in the mix, and if it's a hit, we're going to do the things where we have to collide these worlds, and some of that shit doesn't fit with each other. If you're convincing me that nothing exists outside of a knife wielding criminal, or so I just wonder how that's going to go.
We've seen what money does. Speaking of
Money can hurt.
before we move into talking about money, I wanted to shout out this. I picked up this pumpkin ale from Crown Brewing, local brewery, Ignis Fatuus. I think that's how you pronounce it. They make this every year. It's their pumpkin ale. I've had a love for this beer for like over a decade.
I thought this was like Ignis Fetus.
Ignis,
That's how I read it.
Fetus.
Fetus Fetus.
whatever. Yeah, maybe. But it's a pumpkin ale from Crown Brewing. They make it once a year during this time, and it's
Ooh.
amazing.
It feels like like my version of any pumpkin spice thing I would drink.
Because it's not like overly sweet. It's got that little spice to it and not overly pumpkin-y.
Still feel like a man.
Yeah.
When I'm drinking it.
Make me feel good.
Make me feel good and spooky.
But you know what didn't make me feel good?
It made you not feel good?
Yeah.
What? Speak your mind, man. Get it off your chest.
Watching the trailer for the Joker 2.
The trailer?
That's all you saw?
Just the trailer?
That's it?
God, try sitting 2 hours and
Some of us.
almost 30 minutes. Yeah, 2 hours and something. Yeah.
Couldn't
2
be
hours and
me.
8
The
minutes.
trial of the Joker.
Couldn't
I'm pretty
be
sure
me.
that's what that means in French.
Yeah.
I thought that was like the musical or something.
Joker Folie
Well,
Folie
Do is 2.
Yeah.
And I only know this because of Hot Shots Part 2.
yeah, right. Yeah.
See, they teach you things. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Back when Charlie Sheen was.
So speaking of money, there was a long-standing thing where the Joker 1 came out, right before the Joker 1 came out, director and everybody associated to this picture came out and said this is going to be a one-off. We're telling our story. We're putting it on the table. We're leaving it open-ended, and we're not coming back to this character.
Literally said, yeah.
And then it made a gajillion dollars, and they're like, you know what?
Actually,
We're in business.
I think we can make this a musical. And we covered a little bit of it around, like across the 2 years of development. A couple things we covered throughout throughout a couple episodes, and the more I learned about it, the more I really didn't give a shit about this movie. So last night when we're all talking about going to go watch the movie, I walk out into my living room and where my wife is laying down on the couch, and I say, hey, you trying to go watch the Joker? We're going to review it tomorrow for the pod. And we both looked at each other, scrunched our noses.
we both did.
And y'all both smelt shit in the air,
And then
huh?
we were like, trying to go try this new restaurant out in Valpo.
Just like, you know what?
That sounds like a better
Way better. Like, way
You should have
better.
went to go see Speak No Evil. That's what you should have done.
We should have done that.
Yo,
But
get it done. That's
she
all
was
I'm saying.
hungover as
Gas.
shit.
Yeah.
she was hungover as shit. I had to pick her up from the bar the night before. Bro,
Oh my God.
she crawled into the bathroom and stayed there for like 45 minutes doing God knows what. And then I had to help her waddle into the couch.
Cobble pot to the couch.
So Joker's done. So Joker 2 was done. Not even in the cards. For
We
you
didn't
guys.
even. Yeah, it's like
Jeez.
I remember I was doing like I was on that little ottoman. I was doing Bulgarian splits as I was talking to her about it. That's how serious we were watching the fucking movie.
But before we even get into talk about the Joker, just know, whatever we say, if we say the movie's whack, it's not just us.
No,
The streets ain't feeling it either. How much this movie gross?
this movie, I wanted to put out first. Budget. Estimate, mind you, because, it goes over all the time.
Right.
$200 million.
For what?
Lady Gaga.
Opening. 40 million.
Damn.
40 million.
The nerds are turning on it already.
Not even a quarter.
Wait.
Not even a quarter.
No.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. So in every retrospect, bomb. Just is complete bomb.
Ain't it no bomb diggity.
It's just
It's a diggity bomb.
diggity bomb. Exactly.
Sometimes I alley-oop it.
Somebody catches it, man.
This is coming from if you guys already know Todd Phillips, he already went
Known
on
for The Hangover.
Yeah, the guy. Yeah, Hangover 2, not the first one.
Oh.
2.
Directed the second movie. I didn't know that.
Most of the shit he did was actually like, drunk bro comedy movies for real.
Yeah, exactly. Which is he like?
He was
Except for
drunk,
Captain-
He was a drunk bro when he made this, from what I can.
Did you direct
I keep
Captain
hearing.
Phillips? Todd Phillips direct Captain Phillips?
Maybe.
I
don't-
think so.
Like, I just want to get it off my chest right now. I cannot believe. How do you make a musical where people are ashamed to sing?
Look,
Uh-oh.
How?
he is also ashamed of this. He's already said he's done with the DC universe. I mean, like anyone cared.
I'd
Yeah.
be done too.
Like we knew you were done when we watched the film.
It's like taking a shit in a public place.
I would have got the check and walked away too.
He was done with the first one.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know
But
why
he came back for more. He came back for seconds.
They gave him $1 zillion.
Did
He was like,
did he come
fine.
back, or did they force him back?
You can't be forced to direct a movie.
Right.
Oh, if you're not one of these like fucking nerds online, maybe
Your bills
like
can force you.
yeah. Apparently, like there's a theory out online saying this was some sort of like humiliation, like ritual in the Hollywood industry.
Let's go.
Yeah, like
Uh-oh.
it's already
Look at that! Look at the Joker fans! Look at the Joker fans! How there's no such thing as a bad Joker experience?
They said, "Oh, they just couldn't take the original Joker. They just couldn't take him."
Okay.
Y'all the niggas that was in the trial,
They said,
clapping and shit.
Looking stupid. Look at your dumbasses.
they were like, remember when media said that this was going to make a bunch of like heighten more school shootings and everything? Psst, they just couldn't take like a really interesting character.
So with that being said, does anyone believe that this was a intentional hit job by Hollywood elites to
No,
disparage?
No.
Because for real though, the base movie wasn't bad.
You talking about Joker too?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think
the
so
movie
either.
wasn't bad. It was just the musical part of it. Because does anyone remember any songs?
I will put in my 2 cents. I think all of it was bad.
Oh,
I think all of it was a waste of fucking time.
I feel like my mind is conflicted because what I didn't perceive a bad movie. I didn't. I can't even lie. I didn't perceive a bad movie.
That's fine.
Like from the way it looked to the subject material, what they were handling. I mean, in my mind, like they're crazy characters to where it's like, of course, in their head, they're seeing like full like regalia. They're doing like musical numbers.
That's
Like the way it's shot, the portrayal of Arkham and how bad it is. By the way, fucking gross. This is what Batman's dropping people off in. Like, they'll be fine. They'll be fine once I drop them here for a few months.
To be fair,
Isn't that always Arkham?
it was
Right, but like that's what I'm saying. Like seeing it depicted in such a way that I feel was so earnest. Like, this is how it looks. Batman's so fucking gross.
I would say like I'm confused because the Arkham I always pictured with I thought it was an asylum and everything. Like I thought it was just there to help. Like, and we kind of saw that a little bit of it. At the end of the Joker, he was in like an asylum like environment. At the end of the movie, but it's basically in this rendition, it's just a prison. Like there's maybe like one little part of it that's like, people like go to classes and stuff, but like at least where Arthur is, he's just in a prison cell. Like
what they call it?
A correctional?
No, something block. We have like F block or something.
Like E block or something.
That's where the bad guys go. That's where the real bad guys go. All right?
That's where the undesirables are at.
Listen, I may have not seen the movie, but I've done some time in Arkham myself.
Yeah.
Right? And that place is filled with roaches and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And they pull no punches here. I got that.
Damn, the roaches punch you?
100%. Yeah. Someone's got to tell Joaquin Phoenix to eat, man. That shit don't look right.
Like,
his shit is all up here. Like he's
that skeleton like went inward, like it's collapsing in on and stuff.
When they tossed his ass in that jail cell, I believe they actually tossed his ass in that jail cell.
100%.
He ricocheted,
dude.
I mean, the guy at that point weighed like 60 pounds. Yeah, of course he's just going to
watching him. Period, make me straighten up my posture in the theater. I was like,
oh my gosh,
my shit. Tracked it back here.
The recliner out.
I don't need to sit. I don't need to recline.
Actually, I know, right? Let me.
This goddamn, my man is twisted the fuck up.
My thing with this film. And the thing is, like, and I'm sure, and I can understand how people would, like, how you would say that it was a fine film. I'm probably sure it is retrospectively, but like, the first one, I didn't really care for. I don't care about Arthur. I don't think he's that compelling, like, to make me wish for a sequel film. I
can tell you don't. You keep living an R out of his name. It's Arthur.
Right.
Arthur, whatever.
Say his name,
the Joker.
right.
I don't give a fuck. He doesn't care. All right. Todd Phillips don't care. Why should I? Okay, I'm just saying.
He cared. They made something.
$200 million of just.
All right.
I don't care.
Look, let's stop talking about money. Okay, that has nothing to do with our part of the experience. Okay, how much money it made, how much it raked in. That is not our fucking concern.
Yes,
all
it
right?
does.
We do not care.
There was an investment. There was an investment into this film, and all went to Lady Gaga.
And I think it showed. No, it didn't.
Yes,
like
it did.
all the money went to its production. This looked like Gotham. Like a Gotham, a version of Gotham.
Correctional facility.
It looked like a New York.
It looked like
it looked more like a Gotham than
like a regular prison.
Even a regular prison. I mean, even the fact that they went out of their way to make it like this is like the first televised like interview into where is it in the 30s or is it modern day? And when you have to ask that question, it's like that is Gotham. It's like some of it is old. Some of it feels like it's like modern day, like the important parts of it. Like even how they're televising it. I mean, Todd Phillips did a lot right as far as portraying the circumstances in which these people live to where people can get inspired by a freak, a total freak like
a Looney Tunes character.
All right. Yeah, a total Looney Tune character. Now that first 20 minutes with the animated shit, I don't know what the fuck that was. Yeah, that was
another 50 million.
That was a recap of the first movie.
That was crazy. Was it?
That was literally a recap of the first movie.
I never got a split personality thing.
They added that in.
So we could do the premise of this new movie. Like,
but then they didn't really even like pan out anyway because we realized that wasn't the fucking case anyway.
Right.
Like that opening animated thing was, his shadow, his inner inhibition started piloting him, and then he just kind of went into it.
It'd been interesting if that was a part of the actual Joker film.
Yeah. Because I never. Did you get that from the first? Did you get that from the first movie that he was beholden to his?
No. I meant like the actual in-world Joker TV movie or something like that. Remember that they talked about and everything. Because they betrayed. They talked about in the movie how after his killing and him getting arrested, they made like a TV movie of him, So I'm in my head, I'm like, is that some depiction of how people see him? Like that's
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, the forever
a Lifetime movie.
Person. Yeah. Never seen the movie, but
yeah, they don't show it, but yeah, apparently it's great.
Yeah, apparently it's great.
Lady Gaga loved it. She watched it 4 times.
Listen, the movie?
I'm not gonna lie. If there was
the movie?
I meant the character. Harley Quinn watched it 4 times.
Harley Quinn.
I was like, what?
More like 5 times. She
lies
a lot.
She watched it twice.
So
maybe once.
Maybe once. I skimmed. I saw the trailer.
I will say, if a sycophant fan was following me around and looked like that, I mean, it might inspire me to.
You're like,
I believe you too.
Yeah, he did the same thing. That's how the movie ended. Why are you singing?
You're right. Stop singing. Stop singing. Just talk to me. Stop singing. That's crazy. Yeah, that was nuts, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
I liked a lot of what the movie did as far as like their and even the musical numbers. Like it's like they can't sing, but because they're supposed to be normal, but not really. I mean, I like how they went about it. I think that we certainly didn't need as much of them as they put in the movie.
But would it be a musical otherwise?
I don't think we even got an actual musical number or a song until like 45 minutes to an hour in the movie. I was sitting there anticipating, like when the guard started singing, I was like, here we go. Right. No? Okay. When someone else, I was like, here we go. No?
It was it kept edging you.
When are they going to start singing? And then this motherfucker started like curled up in a ball, and he started whispering like this while he was singing. And I was like, this is the fucking singing? That's what you're choosing to do?
I didn't have a problem with it.
Okay. I did.
I thought it was
I did. I ain't never seen a fucking musical like this before. I wanted everyone to sing in it.
So you wanted a full...
Like, if the guy is crazy, it's okay to show everybody else around them being disconnected.
No.
It's okay because they're crazy.
When Arthur like did his musical, or Lady Gaga did the musical numbers, they just like walked around and sang and
throughout the entire movie, the only people singing were the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix, and Lady Gaga, Harley Quinn. Nobody else sung.
Me, when they said it was going to be a musical, I always started to be like, his delusion, his delusion is like seeing people in the courtroom twirling and fucking jumping and chairs flipping.
They decided to do something different, and the musical thing here, I guess the
it's
work,
just them doing solos the entire time.
It's those two, and the first few numbers that happened were, I like I said, the whole thing is not lost on me, but it's just the delivery of it. He was whispering. It was almost like when you're singing in the shower, all right. And then say like you're singing, you're home alone, you're singing, boisterous voice, you're letting it all hang out, and then you hear, "Hey, what you doing in there?" You quiet out and you start whispering to yourself when you're singing. That's how they sang.
I thought it was good. I thought
you're crazy.
I know we're all a little crazy.
Yeah, you're crazy, man.
I felt like you know, the way they did the way they approached it, it's like, okay, I'm talking to somebody. Like, I'm talking to you guys right now. And then I start singing, and then you guys stay where you are.
I know, we just stare at him.
And then occasionally we snap back to where I'm not really doing anything at all, but I did have 2 full minutes where I was singing.
There. Is this motherfucker singing to me?
Yeah.
This is the question. I did like the whole, like, you're not sure whether it's like actually happening or is he just like singing to him? Because there were moments where like, oh, he's clearly actually singing, and everyone's just watching him like, what are you doing? But there's moments where like it feels like it's all in his head, like he's not actually walking around singing to everyone.
And there were moments where it was clearly a fantasy or maybe some shared psychic link. There were moments that were
right. Like, whose delusion were we living in at that moment? Was it hers or his?
Both.
Or together? Yeah.
I think it had to be together at
Psychic
that point
link.
in time.
There was like a few psychic links.
Like the man lay, he got hoisted into his fucking cell. And he lay down and he started fantasizing about some big musical number between him and Harley. And when he woke up, Harley was in the cell.
Oh yeah, there was a scene where, okay, so to start giving some details, it feels like, well, it was the case that I thought they were going to completely play off her origin, but even the movie is a little bit more faithful to that than, you know,
the movie's more loose with the Harley Quinn origin.
I mean, the fact that they even mention, like, at one point, you know, we're thinking, okay, she's another crazy person. But then
by the time I had already accepted that she was just another crazy person.
Not really.
Then they were like, guess what? It's the same lore.
Not really. So she checked herself into the hospital and shit. Like, they said she's rich. Yeah,
because I wasn't ready. Because just like when the movie delivered it to me, I wasn't ready to catch them.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't ready.
So it's a user issue. Basically.
Sure.
Yeah.
User error.
This movie it does 2 things really well. It's
So is she a doctor?
Yes.
Okay.
She studied psychiatry.
She's a doctor.
So she spoilers. She had I think she did have time. She had her I think she had her PhD.
Yeah.
But she had an unhealthy obsession with the Joker.
Naturally.
Yeah. Right.
And not like it was kind of like, honestly, like instead of like being so into him that he like in the original origin, like how she wanted kind of like be like him and like help like have and be with him forever and blah blah blah. Like it was like the opposite. It felt like more of like she was cosplaying. She was like a rich girl who got really watched the TV movie, got really into it, and had this devices plan to get close to him, and also just like and kind of honestly kind of push him to just be the Joker.
Oh, so they just gave her the punchline origin.
Yeah, yeah,
oh
yeah, and then like and
she got that seed, boy.
Yeah, she was like really.
She got that.
She was just like a fan. She was just honestly
super fan.
That quick extraction.
Yeah,
a quick dude.
Oh yeah,
the fastest extraction I've ever seen.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm confused. Is it because she was rich that she was able to get in there?
Had to be. Had to be. Like I said, Arkham needs some security, bro.
Arkham has roaches.
Bruce, where are you?
Exactly. Arkham has roaches.
He's a child.
Is he a child?
Yes, he's still like 10 years old in this movie.
In this movie, wouldn't he be like 12 or 13? I mean, that's close enough. The murder has
Gotham said he was out there. Gotham said he was out there.
You're right. The murder would have had to have happened.
Boy, get out there and do your job.
Sorry, exactly. Hurry up, man.
Alfred's kicking him out the house.
Yeah, come on, hurry up.
Honestly,
I broke in my car the second time this week. Boy, if you don't get your ass out there.
You got me wondering. I kind of want kid Batman. Like as soon as he did it, he starts running outside and shit. Start beating up people and shit. I am the knight.
Little rollerblades.
This movie. Oh, let me ask you guys. Let me try and steer it.
Fucking running around like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Can I ask you guys what you did? What you did like? What was your favorite scene in the movie? Does anyone have a favorite or a scene that they liked more than the rest?
You want to go first
in the film?
I don't want to go first because I have to think about it. You know.
Okay, I'll go first because I do remember. I knew it was my favorite when I first saw it. It was when during the trial when Gary Puddles showed up and everything, and I liked that because when they had a trial, and at this point Joker's his own. He's representing himself.
Of course,
he has fired his lawyer,
like he should.
Yeah, and they brought in his pal Gary Puddles from the first film, the little guy.
Yeah.
That he goes up on stage and everything and talks about like him watching him kill what's his face in the first film.
Yeah.
And Joker is interviewing him next, and then he starts like basically first berating him, saying like, "Your name is Puddles." Guys, like first he starts talking like a Southern belle, like
Yeah, he's got this accent going at this point.
As he should.
yeah.
The court has let him dress up in full Joker costume
At this point,
Full
yeah,
regalia.
yeah. Just he's like, I like how the
How do you not throw the case out of the window at that point?
Because
Like,
they made it make sense.
The judge said there's no law against how you can appear in court to represent yourself, so I will have to let this stand.
there's no rule against dogs playing basketball, right? So obviously it's fine.
Have you
Space
not seen
Bud,
Airbud?
Airbud all over again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
man, God damn it.
But no, like my favorite part is when he's interviewing him, making fun of him, mind you, saying that his by his name being called Puddles and stuff, and Joker's trying to say like, "Hey man, I liked you. Why are you doing this? Why are you up here testifying against me?" And blah blah blah. He's like, I like the fact that Gary basically it was kind of to show you that like Gary was also bullied like Arthur, but he liked Arthur. Like he was like the only person who treated him like a person. And the fact to see him turn into the bully, the murder in front of him really hurt him. And then it kind of like showed like, it was kind of like a nice little like mirror moment. Like, look what you become.
Yeah.
And then Arthur like, oh, like it was kind of like, oh, see?
It's like that part in the movie. It's like that part in the movie where Spider-Man slaps Mary Jane in the third movie. He's like, "Ugh!" She's like, "What happened to you?" And he's like, for a moment, I don't know. It was like that, but for the Joker.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Chris, I like how you said like it made him feel like it showed up a mirror to what he became, and he kind of didn't like what he saw.
Exactly.
He did a good job.
The scene that I liked, it felt like there's like a different art direction in the first 35, 40 minutes of the movie. When he was getting interviewed, you would see, he asked for a cigarette.
First thing he asked for.
Yeah, he asked for a cigarette, and they were trying to ask him questions. Do you remember how this stuff happened? Do you remember how this went on? All this, how do you recall the events that led up to you shooting this guy in the head? And every time he was inhaling the cigarette, all you saw was him inhale. He never once exhaled the smoke. But then the second they said, "What about the Joker?" That's when the first time he sighed, smoke came out and color entered the room. Mm-hmm. So that to me, that signified that that's what he likes. Mm-hmm. That's who he is. That's where he feels the most comfortable.
Yeah.
And that was my favorite scene. Just doing like, "Oh, do you remember that?" Nope. Doesn't ring a bell. What about the Joker?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was just playing the whole time. I really thought he was just playing it. Obviously, my favorite scene is pretty much the same as you. Like I really did like that scene. Although I did like the closing argument scene where the explosion happened and he's out and he's moving around.
Yeah. But and that's a good scene too. Can I say something on it? Like,
because I was like, it's the first time where it feels like, okay, goddamn,
yeah,
Fucking Gotham, baby. Here we go.
something's happening. Yeah,
my thing with that is like, it was another like kind of a almost fake out. Like the last time, remember when like he got like when he killed what's his face, like the newscaster,
Right.
And then he got out. I forgot the whole sequence, but like remember he was able to get out on the street and everyone was there fucking up Gotham.
Yeah.
And they see him, they're like, yeah, Joker, yeah. And he does the whole smile thing.
Yeah,
and
he does the whole shit.
I'm like, oh, okay, this is where like this could lead to him being this like Joker crime lord, and then it just cuts to, oh no, actually I made that up. That was in my head. Like it wasn't that, but it was like, oh, this is where it could be happening. Like even the guy in the front is like, yeah, we're gonna do so much fucked up shit. It's gonna be awesome.
That's where it really goes, because that's what really happens. Like
Yeah.
a few people.
Yeah.
And maybe it's one sycophant that's dressed just like him, and then they're not really. He was like, "I'm getting out of here." They're not really.
He was like, I'm
not really doing shit, man.
I told you guys, I'm not the Joker. Bye.
Which is crazy.
yeah. That's like my only thing with that. Like I kind of wish it just led to like an opening.
I got you. I'm gonna talk about something that I didn't like.
Okay.
I really didn't like that it was right there. The explosion. I was like, you're putting Harvey Dent in the movie.
Did you see his face?
Yeah, he
Did you see how I had like
Yeah.
a little?
I
I'm
was
like, come on.
Do more. It's right here. When else are we gonna see this guy?
Harvey Dent's in the movie, as you probably saw from the trailer.
No, I didn't. But okay.
Oh yeah, Harvey Dent's in the movie, and he gets Two-Faced, like from the
He does
explosion.
not. He does
So
not.
it's not Two-Faced, but when the explosion hits, they decided to make only half his face dirty.
He gets Two-Faced. Like
That's not even. That's barely.
Yeah, but that's the.
It's enough. It's
Yeah.
enough.
They do a little. It's like a little tasteful.
and that's all you're ever going to get from this
That's
universe.
right.
which
That's
is
right.
fucked up.
That's
you
like
know?
that's like in the Penguin. You're going to see a cape.
He was too young. Harvey Dent was too young to be Two-Face.
Too young.
he was
a boy. No, like he's actually too old because Batman is still 12 at this moment. And
Right. I mean, that would be the right
a
age.
grown ass man.
He's young enough to where Batman grew up. He's
thought
he'll still be
The
young
explosion
enough.
stunted his growth.
Nobody has to be the same age. Then we don't have to do that.
Oh, okay.
He could be an older guy.
They can make this Batman be Thomas Wayne for all we know.
Right.
Oh, he's dead.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh,
At the end of the first one.
that's
They
right.
definitely
Yeah,
they
yeah.
made
You're
sure
right,
to put that
you're
scene
right,
in.
Like many
I forgot
other
about that.
DC one-shots, this is a contained universe.
I want him. I want it.
contain
They
it
could
even
have
further.
contained it even further. That's
into
what
the
they
closet in the back under some boxes.
You know what's funny? When watching this and then watching Penguin, mind you, I know it have like somewhat different feels, but I kind of felt like Joker could have just happened in this universe and not have like mess with anything. Like just like because even the Arkhams felt the same. The fact that Arkham was on the island, it's in the island in the Joker as well, or Joker 2 and everything. So it's like
Yeah, that could have happened in the 80s
could-
or 90s or
exactly
wherever, and then
whenever we are. And everything.
20 years later, then we have the Penguin and Batman and all that other shit. I mean, yeah. So like I said, they do a great job of making this world feel like this is where the crazy people are born. Mm-hmm. They do that very well. I loved their performances, the two, Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix. Mm-hmm. Everyone's really.
No, I don't.
The acting was nowhere near bad in this movie.
The scene where he gave him a cigarette and he was like, "Thanks, pal." Gave him that tap and then he knocked his ass. I was like, "Oh shit!"
I was like
yikes.
There's this guard that he's like this guard's kind of like fuck with him the entire time. In a way, he's always asking him like, "Do a joke and I'll give you a cigarette." And he's always fucking with Arthur the whole time. And then at one point he finally does do a joke and give him a cigarette.
I chuckled at that joke.
And then he's and Arthur
Beats me.
overextended his place and then like patted him on the back like, "Thanks, buddy." And then what's his face just slapped him in the back of the head. It's like instantly.
like almost knocked him down. Think Walmart misbehaving child.
Exactly. Bitch.
You know what I mean?
He lost balance.
He tipped him.
He lost
forward.
balance.
And he was like, he went up
that
for it.
before.
He was like, "Okay, I'm gonna keep walking."
Well portrayed by
Everybody.
I can't think of the guard's name, but you think of any like
I was gonna call him O'Malley.
yeah, an O'Malley, one of them O'Malley's mixed
One of them O'Malley
Seamuses.
motherfuckers.
Could be a cop, so he's a guard at a
one
fucking
of them,
jail.
One of them O'Malley motherfuckers for sure, 100%. This is like complete Irish mob.
I was
like,
over here out thinking myself watching this movie like, oh, he patted him on the back to show like, see, I can get close enough to you to touch you. No, he's just a fucking goof.
Right.
Yeah, Joker doesn't know you.
Yeah, nah, son. He was completely out of it.
This is the Joker that people idolize.
But
Yeah, exactly.
The way the movie, go fast forward a lot, but the way the movie ended, and my understanding is that this was just he was the catalyst to bring about the idea of the Joker. That's all that he was.
Well,
Yeah.
we've seen this in comics.
Yeah.
Is what they're trying to do.
Like that. I mean, we
Three
had
Jokers,
the three Jokers.
the
Yeah,
dad.
yeah.
Because when the movie ended, instead of choosing to be the Joker, he chose to be Arthur. That's how That's how he ended. That's how the movie ended. He chose to be Arthur.
Yeah, because I mean, the movie kind of iterates that he was never this Joker guy. He was just like, and everyone kind of like exaggerated him of what he was. Like he's a guy who shot he's a guy who shot 6 people or killed 6 people.
Five people. Nobody knows about his mom.
He's on the stage and he's giving the audience what they want.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, notice that when Harley walked up into the spotlight, she continued to be on the stage while he went into the darkness and became Arthur walking off the stage.
This man,
Yeah,
over
look at
it. He analyzed the fuck out of it.
Look, if we're talking about things we didn't like, the biggest like crime, and I believe in this film or
Crime.
It's the music, goddammit.
No, I don't even care about that because like after the first couple of numbers, I knew there was really nothing really going to like really stand out that's going to give me like musical stuff because I do like musicals when they're good, you know.
Was this one good?
No. The only thing I didn't like about this is the fact that like you guys know how I feel about the first Joker film. So like this second one, it was still the same character, and it was just about he was just, there was nothing about him that was redeeming enough for me to care about the story itself that was happening.
I don't think the Joker's supposed to be a redeeming character.
You just don't care about anything.
I mean, exactly. So, like, when you make a 2-hour film that's not even kind of a musical about him just being his unredeemed self, I don't give a fuck about, like, him being pathetic. I'm like, I'm just looking at him like fucking, like, okay, cool.
That's the point. He is pathetic.
But that's the thing. If that's the point, they did a good job, because that's not a good movie in my eyes.
He chose humanity in the end, and not the Joker. He chose himself. He chose Arthur Curry.
He got played.
Arthur Fleck.
He got
Arthur
played.
Fleck. Arthur Curry.
This man,
he chose the Fleck and not the joke.
This man got played for 2 hours and then said, actually, I'm not actually the Joker because my girlfriend doesn't really like me. Besides, she doesn't even like the real me. I'm actually a bully and I'm just Arthur. I'm like, okay, I don't care.
How he's talking is how they sing in the movie. With the exception of like 3 acts.
You better put some respect on Lady Gaga's name, son.
No, we're but like it was, and so by the time he actually at the end when he dies, when he gets killed in Arkham and everything by some random inmate who
when they give him the killing joke,
yeah, I don't care. It's just a big movie of I don't care, and that's to me that's the biggest crime, because I'm literally was sitting the whole time like this.
If you saw The Flash, and I know like this is my thing for the Joker. Movies like The Flash, where it felt like an idea, like they were trying to do something, but obviously the execution was like far away from anything that was like enjoyable or good or anything like that. This is like something like that, but in a because it's like that, but this movie did a better job of executing where it's supposed to be. I can't say that I witnessed a bad movie. Like I said, I just can't. I can't. I've seen a lot of shitty movies, a lot of them intentionally, and I'm telling you, I can't say this is a bad movie.
I agree with you.
I see why people are turning on it.
It's the wrong fan base.
How about this? It's not a bad film objectively. But I have to say, and if you don't agree with me, that's fine. But I have to say, it's not an enjoyable film.
You don't even like The Way of Water. I don't agree with you.
My thing is, this movie was a dupe. This movie was a dupe. You can't convince people who saw the first Joker movie to come into this movie and like it because it's a musical. They're instantly not going to like it because it's a musical.
But here's the thing. That is, and I guess this is where I'll close it for me. That is the problem with these people. It's very telling. Like, a lot of people argue for a lot of the arguments around movies like this, in movies in general. They want an efficient, straight-laced frame that confirms everything they think they know about this character. And the Joker has never been that at any point in time in DC history. It's always shrouded in mystery and mystique. And they can take a bunch of different avenues. Yeah. This is one of those avenues.
And y'all got what y'all fucking deserve.
Todd Phillips absolutely executed his vision on whatever the fuck he thought he was making the Joker to be.
Yeah.
And he did it well. I've seen like Shazam 2, like Wonder Woman. I mean, like it was a cohesive vision of something.
Okay.
And if the singing is what's off-putting, I mean, I get it. You know, I don't want to go see a musical. I didn't see High School Musical. I don't care about that shit. But it wasn't the distracting point of the movie. No. It wasn't. The performances were great. The cinematography was super fucking well done. It was. They live in their heads. They're crazy people. I'm not gonna recommend it to anybody. I can't do that.
It's such a good movie that I won't go that far. There's no one.
But I do think, despite what everyone is saying, there is room in the zeitgeist of these people to where this could be how it's playing out in their heads. I didn't hate it. I just don't think it was like I see why people are turning on it.
If
like
it played out in their heads like that, they have limited fucking imagination. If only the two of them are fucking singing,
that's crazy. I mean, still. With that being said, I don't know. It's not a good movie. It's just not a bad one either. I don't know. It's weird.
I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. But I guess the reason that we got in that boat are two different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So with that being said, what would you guys let's give this a rating?
All right. Well, I want this part.
I will
first.
give Joker 2 the most honest 5 flat notes out of 10.
Yeah, come on, Chris. Give it a 2.
No, you go.
Give it a 2.
No, you like the movie so goddamn much. You go.
All right, I'll give this movie a legit 5. Out of 5.
Not even a 6.
No, I've given too many things that I kind of like a 6.
A 5 is like
A 5 is
Solid.
because to me half the movie was good, the other half the singing was bad.
right. Like for the effort,
That's it.
a 5 is the best.
Okay.
If you give me
effort.
if you got me like
5
two,
for the Evers. Okay.
give me 2 tracks I would listen to when I'm walking down the street, and this shit would have been like a 7 or an 8. But they couldn't deliver that to me.
I'm gonna give this film.
I didn't even finish my. I didn't finish my rating. I want to say I'll give it 5. I'll give it 5. Fuck. 5 cigarette
Okay.
Twirls.
twirls out of 10.
Dang, that
He ain't
5,
seen the
5
movie
crying
yet.
dwarfs.
5. Nah, that was. I mean that was definitely an effective scene. Like I didn't feel good. I felt ashamed. It was like, oh,
How dare you laugh?
I didn't laugh. I just.
I'm gonna.
was like, damn. Sad. I feel bad for him.
He felt bad too. He took the makeup off.
I feel real bad.
My friend.
I'm gonna give this. You know what? Yeah, I was gonna do points, but no points for this. I'm gonna give this 4 sad pumps in a cell.
Those were 4 sad.
That
pumps.
was for 4. Actually, he made the review for me. He was like,
But I'm not gonna lie. If
Those were potent pumps.
in his exact same circumstance, I probably would have.
I mean,
been
look at
the
him.
same.
I mean, like Lady Gaga's in my room.
It wouldn't have been 4.
Especially if you caught me while I'm just waking up out of a dream. I didn't even have time to rub the easy one out and then put on a show with the second one.
And at that point in time, the bar is low. Like he probably smells rat piss and everything. And she came in there smelling like lavender.
Right.
Yeah, he ain't jacked off in a while.
Yeah, he ain't jacked off in a while. He's just
He's like,
doing what
oh,
he can.
right there.
You saw how
fuck.
dislocated his shoulder is. He can't jack off. You
That
see,
shit-
you see them shoulder blades, bro.
That shit is crazy.
This is like when the orcs broke through Minas Tirith.
Fucking 40K.
That's probably the music that was playing last time you beat off.
Sir.
Oh, someone, my bad.
Crazy.
My bad. But yeah, that's 4. It's a very meh 4.
Marvel movies ain't looking so bad now, huh, DC boys?
I know. I can't wait for Craven. Holy
Oh,
shit! It's
fuck.
gonna be amazing.
No, yeah.
Oh, and The Last Dance. We got,
Stop.
got
Let's
2
go
more.
White Lion.
Let's go White Lion.
The White Panther.
Chelsea, speaking of The Last Dance, the Venom. Did you guys see the trailer with Busta Rhymes?
With
What?
Busta Rhymes.
I saw glimpses of it. I didn't watch the whole
Oh yeah.
in the
Oh,
studio?
God, dude. Like this is not good. Like this isn't good.
I had to unleash the beast.
Oh,
No, they have a vision and they're gonna execute it.
they have a couple.
They're
of
gonna
visions.
execute the Joker. I mean the Venom.
Good.
All right, everyone, give me your best Joker kick.
Don't kick me. Can't see me under the table.
With that being said, thank you guys for checking out another Thirst Quencher.
Yeah, what did you think of the Joker?
It was,
Were there any bangers? Put them in the comments.
it was
Yeah.
more, it was more of a thirst for filler. This is one the Quencher
Yeah.
topping off and
How do you have Lady Gaga and you have garbage ass fucking?
suddenly appear whenever
make sure you follow us.
you are near.
The Saints come.
Suddenly, just like me. All right,
We're gonna get copyright stricken.
No, yeah.
I fucked up the words. We're good. Don't worry. We'll be all
Make sure you follow us at everywhere at the Thirsty Nerds Pot, Thirsty Nerds
At Thirsty Nerds.
at Thirsty Nerds.
Yeah.
You can follow me at just_uno and Twitter and X.
You can follow me.
Same thing.
right. One minute.
Instagram and Twitter.
You can follow me at What's King Making on TikTok.
You can follow me at Stooge Prime on Insta, Twitter.
You can follow me on
I like
Art of Sumo on Instagram and Twitter. All right, be looking out for me next week. I will be in Las Vegas at the
Oh my god.
Sumo
What?
Dan
You
tournament.
going back again,
Yeah,
buddy?
You going to
Nice.
Las Vegas?
Yeah, I'm going to Las Vegas.
You ranked?
I'm going. I'm ranked. All right, I'm doing it. I'm
Oh shit.
Nice.
yeah.
Is that where you got the thing from?
What?
From on your finger?
No, I just
that's
did
a
this
Manny,
at work.
man. That's
Oh,
a
I
Manny.
thought that was a
I just did this at work. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
But
I
yeah,
thought- oh, okay.
And
be fighting.
October 12th, me and I got an album coming out with P the Villain called Compa. We made a video starring these two fellas right here.
Yes.
Luchador Cookout.
I choked someone out.
Yeah. Villain theme on YouTube. P the Villain. Compa coming out October 12th.
All right, and also we're going on whenever this comes out. Probably I'm gonna try my best to get it like maybe on Thursday, but we're going on a tiny break and everything because I'm going on vacation and stuff.
We got a couple of things in the back burner there.
Right, it's like they won't even know.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll always be here for you.
Always. All right.
Saturday night.
Content.
All right. See ya.
Peace.
Peace out.